easily. Like, if you had another person in the room to look at your scripts or just a copy editor to go through, it can actively make your videos a lot better, just because I understand the aggravation that you must feel not catching something like that, and then having a lot of people draw it, having it have so much attention drawn to it, as opposed to people engaging with the story that you're trying to create. I'm going to go back to the nuke part here, because I'm being really anal retentive about this for some reason, but I do think that the getting nuked part could have been rewritten to be a lot more effective, changing it to, you killed us, your bomb took my wife, your bomb took my kids. I don't know, to me that would resonate a lot harder, because not only is it using non-anachronistic language, I'm gonna be such a prick about this, but also it has that more personal angle, your bomb. Because if he hates Americans, he would actively blame our main character for that stuff as well. I don't know, just something like that I think would really benefit the series overall. I would like to apologize earlier. I used the phrase people when describing the British, and I'd like to take that back. I really like the series. I think with some very minor changes here and there, and, you know, getting another set of eyes on it on occasion, you could have, like, genuinely one of the best series in the analog horror space. Your editing is there, your storytelling is obviously there as well. And I don't know, I don't know if I have a whole lot more to say about it. It's a good series, and I think if those things were fixed, it would be an easy S tier. But until then, I'm gonna put it in A tier, a very optimistic A tier. This isn't a haha, you didn't get to S. It's this has all the makings of an S tier. But I'm gonna wait till you get there. Give me something good. Give me something controversial. This is not controversial. Surreal Broadcast. Surreal Broadcast, much like Gemini Home Entertainment, or, I don't know, name another one that's kind of a pseudo-anthology of sorts, is a pseudo-anthology that all takes place in the same town, but just covers differing stories as we create the larger narrative as a result. Alien spiders have infested this area in Berkshire County. I actually don't know where it's at. I think it's Maine. I'm gonna say Wisconsin. Minnesota. Yeah, Surreal Broadcast is not bad. This is one of those ones where it's like, it's very much just
Nice
fine
approach.
for me. I got this one at Eventide Media Center mixed up a lot, primarily because they have very similar aesthetics with both their thumbnails and how their episodes look as a whole. Surreal Broadcast is a good-looking series, all things considered. It has a pretty consistent aesthetic design,
Nice
which
approach.
on occasion kind of redefines itself. It's a really well done and like pseudo-anthology story where all of these stories take place in the same area of Berkshire County. But despite all these things kind of happening, there's not really like a full narrative focal point all the way through. It's more just like set dressing for the larger plot going on here. What's the larger plot? Space spiders have invaded this county and have burrowed underneath the ground. And on occasion, we gotta sacrifice some bitches to them. I'm saying it's only the way it's gotta be, man. We made a full bell tower for this. You've been acting up this year. You're going in the spider contraption. I will say this series does kind of suffer from the same issue that the Man in the Suit does on occasion, where there seems to be really simple typos that probably should have been caught prior to upload. In culture and history, Berkshire is spelt wrong, even though it's the place where all of these videos take place. And again, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but it goes back to that conversation of this is just a simple, stupid mistake that will distract your audience if they notice it and actively detract from the larger story and narrative you're trying to tell. I'm not certain if Surreal Broadcast was created by someone who has English as their first speaking language. If it is, it's genuinely pretty great, the amount of work they're able to put into it. But it also just kind of goes back to the fact that copy editors are important, and I think it is kind of an underutilized and underappreciated part of our industry. Copy editing, script doctors, really just having another set of eyes to look at your script and the stuff that you're making are imperative for creating some of the best works that exist in not only analog horror, but just fiction in general. Sometimes you need to have another set of eyes on it. And I bet you probably could have found a couple people who would be willing to take a look at these scripts that you made pro bono. That being said, if you're able to, you should pay your script editors. unless you're homies. But like, again, pay your artists, pay your script editors, pay your copy editors. Give them money. But yeah, this is the part where I would say Surreal Broadcast has some great bones to it, and I'm very excited to see where the series goes in the future. Because even though, you know, I didn't adore it, I think that it's doing everything right that it needs to come to a great finale. However, Surreal Broadcast has been canceled, and they did that just a couple of months after releasing the trailer for the finale, which is just almost comically cruel, all things considered, which really stinks because I did like the series as a whole, but it did strike me as one that would really all come together with a well-done conclusion. It's not bad as it is, but it's definitely one of those stories where as you watch it, you're like, I could really see the ending tying everything together in a nice bow. Kind of the same with the Smile Tapes, where it's fine on its own, but its ending is really what makes the series in the end. But that's never gonna fucking happen, apparently. So, B tier. B tier. Not bad, not great. Hope you're not looking forward to that finale, because your ass ain't getting it.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna do this one. There's only one left, I hope you know. It's because it's been pointless the entire time. I'm gonna just reach my hand and there's no need to shake it up again. Level 58.
No time. What? I got shit for parry too. Okay.
Chances are,
God, still another one's so great to A+ it.
Series so far. Chances are it was probably inspired by